So many of you have insomnia and challenges going to sleep, even though you're super tired during the day. The second you lay your head down, you just can't sleep. Or you've got a lot of stress or anxiety and your mind just wanders. This video is going to be great for you. Even if you have things like restless leg syndrome or struggle with neuropathy or just overall body tension, this is going to be a winner for you to do before you go to bed at night. So we're going to start with doing a full body shearing of fascia using the soft foam roller. And then we'll end with a little breath sequence laying on top of our roller. If you don't have a roller, you can get a beach towel and roll it up really tight, or a yoga mat and roll it up and tie it off maybe with a TheraBand or two, and do the same thing that I'm doing with this soft foam roller. So let's get started. So I'm going to invite you to lay on your side. Make sure that you get off this hip bone. Put more of your weight on your thigh. Then lay down and outreach this bottom arm so you're not directly on the shoulder. And then the way to find the perfect starting point for what we're doing this evening is put your ear hole on the roller and then turn your head back until your nose and your vision is looking where the ceiling and the wall meet. So it's the back lower corner. So if you reach back here, you'll find a bony landmark called your mastoid process, so just a little above that. And we're simply just going to begin by relaxing our head, let gravity put the pressure into the roller, and pin the skin and move your skull back and forth, maybe making little figure eight motions, maybe a little Stevie Wonder type of fluid motion. And if you're really struggling, like your head is moving on the roller, how about you bend your elbow and just hold the roller and see if you can get that shear movement where your skull is massaging or rubbing the inside layers of your skin. If that's still a struggle, you can actually stop all that action and move the roller itself. Maybe even the easiest is to slowly log roll your head, a total space of about an inch. Nice and slow log roll. And then we'll stop, take a nice focused belly breath, trying to breathe from your ribs. Then we'll turn our head back down. We'll bring the roller up right to your temple. So if I were to roll my head down, I'd be right on my eye socket, so right on the temple. It does help if you're on the end of your roller so that your nose and you're looking towards the ground. And then we'll start the same thing. Start with a gradual motion of pinning the skin and then diving your head down towards the ground and bringing it back, trying to get that sheer force of your skull against the layers inside your skin. And fascia likes fluid, small, even pressure motions. So again, the little options, if you're really struggling with that, is just a nice slow log roll. Maybe you stop that action and you just move the roller. The hydration we're looking for happens at the end of that shear. So take all the slack out of your skin. You can't go further because of that engagement of that fascia. It stops. And then do another one or two more and then relax. Let your chin drop down like you're going to sleep. Take a breath. Then we're going to lift our head up and bring the roller right on your jaw, right? So right where the masseter, or where your T and J, where that joint is, you'll feel the mandible, that's where your teeth are up here, and we'll do the same thing. Shearing back and forth, being very mindful that if you're contracting muscles in your neck really hard, you're working just way too hard. One of my favorites here is to pin this thick muscle on the jaw and open and close the mouth. Again, you can always, if this is a struggle, you can just go back and forth, head nod up and down, making little circles, just trying to get that skin. The skin sticks to the roller, but the inside layers are slipping and sliding around. Another shear or two of your favorites, then relax, take a breath, relax the neck and the head, and then we'll lift up. Notice instantly when you lift up, that feels lighter, cooler on that side of the face. You may be starting to drain. And we're gonna bring the roller right at the middle of the back of your head, not down on the neck, not on your neck. It's a little higher than that. And simply, I like holding the roller, pinning the skin, and shear back and forth. Being very mindful again, not to jam your head into the roller. If you're contracting the muscles in your neck, you're working way too hard. Nice and even, fluid motion. Little tips and tricks here. You can slowly log roll. You can stop all of that action and move the roller. Numerous ways to shear. We just want to keep even rhythmic motion. And then stop, take a belly breath, and then turn to the other side. I'm going to turn around so that you can see me a little better. We're going to the back corner again. Another way you can get to that back corner, remember where we started on our ear hole and then we rolled back? If it's uncomfortable for you to keep your body in this slight twist, you can open up this back leg. Might be a little easier, and let's go again. So we're on the other side of our head. I just love feeling that lightness and the coolness on the side we've already done. Taking nice, slow belly breaths in and out through your nose while you're shearing that tissue. You may have to pull your hair tight. You're not moving on top of the roller, not this action. You're pinning the skin and shearing back and forth, up and down, little circles. You can little log roll or stop all of that and move the roller. Pick your choice of shears. Then let's compress, stop all that action, relax your head, take a breath, and then we're gonna turn to our temple. So come to the side of your head, coming off the end. Again, getting off that shoulder, get off your hip bone, and let's start the movement again. It does help if you hold the roller, taking the head down. So I can't go any further because my skin is pinned, right? So that's when I say take the slack out. Go as far as you can, trying to stay nice and even and rhythmic. You can do your little log rolls again. I'm always going to repeat all the different ways you can shear. Find the one that's the most effective for you, that doesn't make you feel like you have to jam your head in the roller. This is all very simple, but it's not easy when you first start. And then compress, take a breath, relax the head, and then lift up. And let's go to our jaw. And we start over again. Little shears back and forth. You can go up and down. You can pin the skin, stop the motion, and open and close your mouth. Now through this side of the face, on the sides where we're working at the jaw, is your trigeminal nerve. Some of you might experience trigeminal neuralgia. You've had a stroke. Nothing better. You clench your teeth. There's so many things that are effective about working this area. And stop, take a belly breath, relax all the muscles in your head and your neck, and then we'll slowly push up. The next place we're gonna go is on our side rib. So let's just go straight down. So this is our side, laying our body down on the roller. Ladies, about your bra line. Might even be helpful to bring your forearm, your upper arm on the roller. Get off that hip again. And the intention and the idea is to just make the roller move on our side, up and down, just a rib or two, an inch or two. You might think about a crunch action that brings the roller up and down. You might find it's easier to open up your top leg, move up and down. And remember, when you're gliding, just a reminder, don't glide in the same spot over and over. We're turning our body and exploring all of this area from right to left, couple inch motion. And then if you were doing that well or correct, the roller moved down. So now let's separate our hands out and push up into the roller and back down, and then turn our body. So we're focused more on going towards the ground, up and down. This might get a little spicy for some of you. You might even want to hold your head in your hand. Might have to move breast tissue out of the way. So we're coming all the way to the front part of your side. Maybe it's a slow log roll, and then let's relax. You notice my ribs are at an angle, not on top of it. Take a breath, and let's push up and go to the other side. So we started at the top, we're moving fluid down. So I can lay my side down, and I'm right about the bra line again, right at the bottom of my shoulder blade. We're getting off that hip bone, and we start with our glides. So kind of bring the body to a crunch. Again, you can open up as we up and down and turn a little and go towards the back of our side. Up and down, turn a little, coming more towards the front of our side. As that roller creeps up, we can lift it up and move it back down. Spread the hands out and simply pushing between our hands up into the roller and back down. Turn a little towards the ground, up and back down. Turn a little more. This is your serratus anterior. This area can get a little interesting. So up and down our glides, we keep moving in a different spot each time. Might slowly log roll forward, relax that arm underneath, slowly log roll forward, and then we'll relax, take a breath. Beautiful. Now we're gonna come onto our back. So the roller is about your mid back, right where my shoulder blades meet. I'm gonna rest my head into my hands, bring my feet close to my hips, tuck my tail, keep some integrity in your core. We're gonna just lift your hips up just enough, maybe sliding a piece of paper between your hips and the ground as we start moving through our feet. So push up into the roller and back down. And then we'll shift our weight a little to the left, up into the roller and back down. I'm thinking about curving up into the roller. So every time we glide, it's in a little different position. Nice and slow, relaxed. I'm gonna sit my hips down and reset my feet because the roller moves, and go to the right, up and down, up into the roller and back down. And it's just a simple push with my feet, up into the roller and back down. And then bring it back to center, sit your hips down, and let's push, find your curve, pushing your curve into the roller. And we can just do a little twist, right? So it's just a little pin of the skin against the roller, little twist left, little twist right. So it's pinning the skin, and then thinking about your ribs, just massaging inside layers of the skin, right? And then relax in the center, take a breath, and then let's push ourselves up. Now we're gonna come onto the roller for just a quick second, sitting our hips down on the roller, and we're gonna put our hands in front for a moment, and we're gonna push back. So keeping the knees bent, feet are on the ground, push back, let your sits bones go behind the roller, in front of the roller. Shift our weight a little bit to the left, shift our weight back to the center, shift our weight to the right, just moving that roller on our sits bones back and forth. You might be feeling some pop clunk clunks. Right, we're gonna extend that hand back. I'm gonna reset and get it back in the frame. Extend one hand back. I'm on my left hip, so I'm gonna bend my right foot and relax up and down. And each time I go up and down, I'm turning a little. So we're not reinventing the system when we move body parts. It's the same thing everywhere. Up and down, turn a little. Up and down, turn a little to bring yourself back. The glides are preparatory, but they're exploring where you're gonna come back. So now let's just shear back and forth. I was a little more tender, a place low where I am now. And then because I was a little tender up a little bit higher, I'm gonna mix a little shear and a little glide together. So I'm envisioning my butt bone right now, stirring a pot of stew, right? It's going down to the side and back. Maybe I do a little log row. Maybe one of the best things right now would be to just stop all of those shears and open and close the knee. All the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Then pause, take a breath. We're gonna switch to the other side. I'll turn around so you can see me again. Switch to the other side by just gliding the roller back and forth. And now we're gonna take the other arm, my right arm back, shifting to my right hip, bend the left knee, and the work again is being done by just simply pushing through this back foot, up and down, turn a little. So I'm exploring the entire lower fibers of glutes, turning to my side, gets a little tender there. Bring myself back. Now we mix up our shears. So maybe you pin the skin and go all the way in, all the way out. That doesn't feel too bad today. If that's too tender, you can just simply log roll your body all the way to the outside, bring it all the way back to the inside. Maybe you were more tender down low. Same thing here, right? So the glides again, just show you where you need to come back and do your different variations of shear. And then let's come back and open and close the knee, relaxing this lower leg. And we're not gonna do the upper hip, especially on a sequence where we're getting ready to go to sleep. Pause, take a breath, because it can get really spicy up there. Not necessary tonight. We're gonna bring the roller down behind the back of our thighs. So laying on your back, take the roller down underneath, and we're gonna do one leg at a time. So I'm gonna extend my left leg, I'll extend my right leg so you can see, extend my right leg out, and then I'm gonna bend the left leg. And then shift my weight a little bit onto that right hip so that I can drag the flesh all the way across. So I'm turning my leg, dragging it out, the flesh flips to the inside, and drag my leg back. Now I'm not moving on top of the roller, I'm pinning the skin and flipping the flesh to the inside, flip the flesh to the outside. The things that make this challenging is sometimes you may want to straighten your leg. We don't want that. Keep the knees soft. So it's like a one-sided snow angel, one leg at a time, bringing it out, bringing it back in, bringing it out, bringing it back in. Now you can push the roller down further, closer to the behind the knee. You'll notice you won't have as much room to go because there's not as much loose skin towards the bottom where we stay with our knee flexed all the time. But it's the same principle. We're gliding the leg out, so it can't go any further because the skin stops us. You could even relax the leg down and just simply turn the foot in and roll the leg out. Roll the leg in, roll the leg out. That works as well. And then just relax, take a breath, and switch legs. So turn so you can see me this way. I'm gonna bend the right leg, extend the left leg, and it's a simple drag the leg out, drag the leg back in, drag the leg out, drag the leg back in, I'll turn head again, drag the leg out, bring it back in. And every time I'm going to the end point, because the skin stops me, bring it back in. Now, if you were doing something very specific with the lower body, with the leg, you might be intentional behind the knee or intentional up high. For the purposes of going to sleep at night, just lay your leg somewhere in the back of the thigh. That feels good, and do the same on both sides. Just getting hydration going up the back of the thighs. And then you can relax the leg down and just roll the leg in place. That log roll, that works as well. And then rest, take a breath. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go to our calves. You can stay laying down if you like. And we're just gonna do one area of the calves again, and we're gonna do one leg at a time. So if you could be skin to roller, that makes it much easier. I'm gonna cross my right leg over my left, and I'm sitting up so you can hear me better, but you can lay down. It takes the hip flexor and allows you to work not so hard. So gliding out, scoot back in, turn a little. So I just explored the outside of my lower leg. I'm gonna push the roller back down and explore the inside. Glide out, scoot back in, turn a little, glide out. So glides are exploratory for you to know where you're gonna shear. Now, given it's the lower leg, my favorite shear here is to stop the glides and just log roll. All the way in, all the way out, nice even pressure, all the way in. And mine's a little spicier on the inside. So I'm gonna come back to the inside. It's not painful, so we never wanna be at a painful point. Stop that action and move the foot. So right now we're pinning the superficial layer of tissue and making everything deeper than that slip and slide. Getting some hydration deep. Right, in this area, it acts as a second heart. It helps move fluid, that venous flow back up through the body. It's a long way to go, right? Especially with fighting gravity. Relax, take a breath, switch legs. Here we go again. We always start with our knees high. Soft knee, glide out, scoot back in, turn a little, exploring. Get sick of hearing me say that, but your glides, you never go in the same spot over and over. That's old school foam rolling. Our intention is the fascia, hydrating the fascia. So I've explored the whole inside of the lower leg on this right leg, so I'm back to the center, gonna reset the roller, push it back down. And let's explore the outside of the lower leg. Up and down, rolling my leg a little, feeling for what I notice, maybe where I'm gonna put my intention of shearing. Well, the whole thing was tender, so we're gonna do our slow little log roll. So keeping the knees soft. So you notice my knee is bent, so my knee's high, my ankles are low, my hips low. And nice and slow, trying to keep that same pressure into that roller. And this is a good spot to maybe stop and work a little deeper. So I'm pinning superficial layer of tissue, and then when I move my foot in and out, up and down, it's making those deeper layers shear off of each other. So we're getting hydration deeper. Right, compress, take a belly breath. Maybe put both legs down, and let's just do a little figure 8 shear. It's a nice way to get the gastrocnemius, get these thicker part of our calves a little higher. I like to take our legs apart like that snow angel again, turn the bones and then dive them down, flips the flesh to the outside, turn the bones, dive them out. So just again, a little figure 8 motion, trying to keep the same even pressure on the backside. Yeah, we'll do a couple more of those. Relax, take a breath. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do the inside of the thighs, turning the top of the roller away from me. I start on my side, raising my leg up to 90 degrees, put my toes down on the other side, drop the crease of my knee, and then the action simply comes from dropping my body down and then rolling my body back. You'll notice the roller moves up about an inch or 2, turn, glide out, and then a little scoop, a little pressure on the back side of the roller, back in, turn again. We're exploring the inside to the front of the inner thigh, your adductors. Glide out, scoop back in. All of that is lovely feeling, but it's not painful. If it's painful, back off a little bit with your pressure. So we've done our glides, now let's shear. So the most comfortable but not painful area was 2 or 3 turns in. So the shear happens when the roller is not moving. So I'm even gonna put my hand on here and I'm pinning the skin. I put my toe on the ground and very light pressure into the back side of the roller, trying to get the tissue to shear again, pinning the skin. Now we can work a little deeper by straightening the leg, nice and slow. And I'm always gonna encourage you to go slower than you think you should go. Try not to contract the muscles you're working on. Nice slow bend of a 90-degree bent knee there. Those muscles are running vertically. We're getting a translation of them horizontally. And then mix up your favorite shear, do 2 or 3 of your favorite shear here, and then relax it all, play dead, take a breath from the ribs, and let's do the other side. Again, you could do multiple areas, multiple places in each of the areas we're working on, but for the sake of tonight, of just getting hydration, that's all we're doing to go to sleep. That's it, calming everything down. So same thing, start on our side, turn the roller away, 90-degree leg, drop the toes down, then drop the crease of the knee. The action comes from just slowly dropping my body towards the ground. The roller moves up, rolling my body back, the roller moves back down. Now I'm gonna turn a little, exploring, again, the inside of our thigh, your adductors. And then I'm turning each time I glide to explore a little bit more towards the front. Anatomically, I'm actually on my vastus medialis. You might have heard that term before. It's a muscle, your VMO. But the inside of the leg is part of your stability system. There's a lot of vascularity and neurology running through there, a lot of lymph nodes behind the knee, great for knee challenges. Now we're gonna relax, we've done our glides. Find the place that was tolerable that you can come back and shear. So I'm putting my toe on the ground, pinning the skin to the back side of the roller, and now I'm just simply moving my leg up and down. Maybe put a hand on the roller and hold it a little bit, make little circles, nice and slow. Always going to challenge you. If you think you're going slow, go a little slower. Consciously contract the muscles, then relax them. Make sure you're really melting into the tissue. And then we work a little deeper by straightening the leg, bending it. When you bring it back into 90 degrees, why don't we lift the foot up nice and slow and back down. And every now and then just scan your body and make sure you're not subconsciously contracting neck muscles, or maybe even bring a pillow or a towel to lay your head on. All right, back down here, do 2 or 3 more of your favorite shear, and then let's relax. Just let it all play dead, take a breath, and we're gonna come back up to our side. Great. So enough shearing for the night. Now let's bring ourselves up on the roller. We're gonna sit on the very end. So if you have any roller hanging out here, you're gonna have to do a shimmy dance to get yourself in the right spot. I'm gonna put my hands out to the side and lay my body down onto the roller. But before we begin, make sure that your head and your hips are completely on the roller or on your beach towel. And if you don't have either one, it's okay to just lay on the ground, but tuck your pelvis under, pull the chin down, take a nice rib breath, and relax your body. Relax your shoulders down. And once, if you're like me, all the shearing we've done, I'm starting to drain in the back of my throat. That's actually a good thing. Just make sure you sip water. And let's just drop our body weight to the right and to the left and relax. Nice belly breath. We're gonna go through a couple breathing exercises here. I invite you to bring your hands, just bend your elbows. You don't have to raise them off the ground, and let your palms rest on the side ribs, not on your belly, but on your side ribs. I can feel my sports bra right here, right, just below your breast tissue. And then take a nice slow inhale through your nose. Let your ribs expand, try to stay out of your chest. Nice slow exhale, maybe even a little push of your hands to the ribs, trying to engage the diaphragm muscle. Maybe give it a little tap, go again. Nice inhale through the nose. Scan your body, make sure you're not jamming your head into the roller, you're not tightening your neck. Just go ahead and exhale. One more just like that. Nice slow inhale through the nose. Ribs expanding, think a balloon is pushing you out. Slow exhale. Now we're gonna inhale through the nose, counting to 6. I'll count you out, here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale. 5, 4, slow it down, 3, 2, 1, exhale it all out. Go again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, all from the ribs, 5, pause, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're done with that. We're gonna extend one leg out from the roller, drop off to the side, move the roller out of the way and lay back down flat. Go ahead and bend your knees for a moment. Let your knees fall together. Just be in a comfortable position. Pull the chin down. And I want you to just take a nice focused belly breath or diaphragmatic belly breath, more focus on the ribs as opposed to the belly. And when you inhale, I want you to contract the muscles in your face and then exhale and let them go. On the next inhale, maybe contract, make a fist, raise your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades, tighten up your upper body, and then on the exhale, consciously let it go. Inhale again, maybe squeeze your glutes, tighten your legs, contract the belly, and then exhale, let it all go. Now we're gonna
Reset our feet. We're gonna lift your hips up just enough to shift your weight to the right. Drop your left hip down and then drop your knees to the left. The next inhale, I want you to slowly exhale and drop that right shoulder towards the ground, maybe even extending the left leg. Inhale again. Exhale, reach that top leg out, drop that right shoulder down, but keep your neck relaxed. Stay long through your spine. Just think of your spine wringing out a towel and then letting it go. One more time. Inhale, and then exhale. Reach that leg out a little further, dropping that right shoulder towards the ground. And then relax your muscles and scan. Bring it all back together. Lift your hips again. Shift your hips to the left, dropping that right hip down, and then let your knees fall. That keeps your spine straight where you're wringing the muscles out just like a towel straight. Same thing, inhale. On that exhale, think about opening up the chest, dropping that left shoulder down and maybe extending that top leg out to the right. So we're going two directions here. Inhale again, relax. Exhale and reach out with that left arm, drop that left shoulder and reach long and away from you with the right leg. Nice twist at the spine and then relax. Inhale. Last one. Exhale and reach again. Drop the shoulder. Get a good spinal twist. Reaching with the leg to the right and the arm to the left. And then exhale. Bring it back together. Reset the hips. We're going to turn to our side. Maybe rest your head on your arm. Give your spine a chance to just settle back in from having been on that roller and having done that twist. Nice inhale. On the exhale, we're going to take that top hand, push it to the ground, extend that top leg, and slowly push yourself up. You might instantly feel that drainage again down the back of your throat. And then I'm going to invite you to just do a little lymphatic flush. So you'll see when I press softly into the skin, a little tug and then let it go. We want that bounce to happen in the cheeks. Ooh, I'm getting flush. So just a little flick, little bounce, little vibration draining you down. You could even go around the nose. It's how you stimulate your lymphatic system. It's only a dime's weight of pressure to truly be in the lymphatic system, right? You can start up around your eyes and bring it down. So we're just going with flow, draining towards the neck. So right at the collarbone, right behind the collarbone, towards the neck, between the collarbone and your neck. That's that little area that maybe a light, firm but gentle pressure where you're taking the slack out again. You see when I'm shearing that back and forth? It's a little stimulation to lymphatic drains there behind the collarbone. And then we're gonna tap across the forehead, bring it down, maybe to your sternum, out to your shoulders. We'll go again. Forehead, back and forth, down to your cheeks, bringing it down your neck to your collarbones, all the way out to the shoulders and straight down to the sternum. One more nice slow inhale, slow exhale. Now go sip some water and go to bed. I hope you have the best night's sleep that you've had in a long time. Hope you feel very calm right now, and maybe drop me a comment or two down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel. I'll continue to bring you more amazing videos to help you with your health and wellness, and I'll see you next time. Good night.